Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everybody all around the world. And thank you for joining us today for another Left 4 Dead 2 competitive shoutcast. My name is MK. I will be your caster and cameraman for today, and I am also accompanied by a co-caster today, and it is none other than Amethyst himself. How you doing, Amethyst?
MK, I'm doing fantastic. I hope your day has been good as well.
Oh, it's definitely been well. I'm very happy to get back to casting a game with you. It's been quite some time. It's been a couple months. I think we
It feels like forever, man. I missed it.
Yeah, but it's nice to have some tournaments back in play. We do have Mace Cup Round 3. Upper Moons playing Vorpal Swords, trying to better their position. I don't believe either one of these teams have lost yet, so both of these teams, I believe, are 2-0, trying to stay 3-0 right now. It's very interesting match. I've been waiting for all week to cast this, and I'm happy that it was casted at this time, Amethyst, because we get to do it together.
Yeah, and it's great too. I feel like a lot of what I've been seeing when I watch Left 4 Dead 2 streams nowadays, especially because Center has become so popular. I see a lot of created maps now being played, and I'm glad that more people are actually playing them and actually getting to know the strategies there. The main reason why I never really liked playing those was because it felt like nobody ever actually took them seriously, and now we have that opportunity to learn those maps, and they're a lot of fun. I feel like I don't get to see classic maps like Parish as much anymore, but this is a staple in competitive matches, pug matches. Glad to be here, glad to be casting this match, and we're on our way.
Yep, and we are live as we get 4 chapters of Left 4 Dead starting now. The opening attack will be the retro attack accompanied by the spitter. So it's only going to be a 2-2 for the opening here, Amethyst. So we have a tank at 69%. I think we'll see at least 2 hits before we see that tank come into play.
That's a good bet. You always have to watch the run back too. See if the enemy team is going to save some sort of infected, especially the boomer there can be really dangerous.
Yeah, okay, the Hunter's now pre-spawned to the right. Spitter's now up. The Smoker's going to try to help this Hunter out. And they pull Spit into the Spit, which is good. And boom! The pull... Actually, there's not a lot of Spit damage as I thought. So it looks like it's going to be 300s, and then Healy goes down to 85. And for roster rundown, why don't you take away Vorpal Swords first? Actually, let me do Vorpal Swords, which would be Zyko, Grizz, Shockwave, and Healy. And why don't you take away Upper Moon?
So we got Style, Mel, Roxas, and Mila. Tank coming in now at 69%. Going on the run back, we do have a Hunter, a Jockey, and a Charger. Charger's going to come from the back, and they're going to... two Infected are actually going to go for Shockwave. Charger says, never mind, tries to change target, but nothing lands. Pretty good clear there for Swords, and now they're just waiting to shoot this tank, get some chip in.
Yeah, they're playing very aggressively. I'm not quite sure with the stack order where the spawns here, so I'm not sure what they're going to get. Looks like Styles just going to back up and try to go back to the normal commit area from the back of the alley, it seems.
Yeah, I think that's what he's doing, going on the roof, transferring over. You do have to worry about the boomer. They know for sure that there is a boomer this hit because there wasn't last one, so someone's going to have to be watching that roof spawn. There we go.
All right, Hunter, oh, wait. He had no health bonus, but it just went all the way back up. All right, there's a boomer proxy. Hunter is dead. Smoker's going to hold, and they're going to have a Charger and a Jockey for this commit. I don't know if that's what you want.
I personally, whenever I would chaos just ensues immediately, but Jockey, I honestly don't love Hunter in this scenario, so Smoker, Jockey, Charger isn't that bad. Smoker's probably going to get an early pull. Tank's going to drop to the ground. He is going in. For a second, I thought he was going to climb the roof for some reason. He did not do that. He's going to go ahead and split Rochelle and Coach into the back. He's going to get a corner onto Coach officially. See, he was switching between Rochelle and Coach. The Jockey and the Charger are both going to get absolutely nothing. This tank might not even get it down. No, he jumped! Why did you jump? No! It was so free! That's a crazy slip up by Shockwave. It was such a free tank. For a second, I didn't even think anyone was going to go down.
Look at the damage bonus. That's what I'm talking about. See how much different it is now? It's
I don't know. I don't know if he was put into a precarious situation where he feel like he needed to jump to not get killed anyway, but that's a huge blunder if he didn't need to jump.
All right, the Pound Spit's going to go in. Pull's going to go in as well. Boomer from the back. They're going to make safe room. But we're going to see the damage bonus come into play here with the change. We'll have to do the math at the end. Let's see if they get in before they have one more hit. Currently sitting at 284 points. And I think they get in. Maybe the Spit can block it. Nope. I think they get one more aim.
They do get one more. Yeah, I think you're right.
It's going to be a really broken hit.
It's going to be a 3-cat. Yeah, you're right. It's going to be broken. I don't think they're going to do anything. No! Oh!
No way!
That's actually huge. That's incredibly huge. The Hunter Skeet almost doesn't matter at all. Actually, I don't know. How much health did Zyko have? Because I don't feel like he lost that much health.
It was about 30 points. They lost about 30 points of bonus.
Oh, that is a lot of health then. Oh, 30 points of bonus. Okay.
Yeah, 30 points of bonus total. But, okay, we have a DB change coming into play. Here's a good factor. They would have 71% DB. Instead, it's 43. And I think that's one of the changes we were talking about coming into play, and I think that's a good change. Otherwise, the survivors would have probably had about another 100 points.
Right, and that's always the thing when it comes to situations like that, especially for something like Map 1 Parish. Map 1 Parish has always been one of those maps that is, I feel like personally, such like a mood booster. If you can get like a 500-point lead, if you could kill the survivors with your tank and then get like 650 points of bonus when you actually make it to the safe room, it's just such a good feeling. And now that there's going to be less than that, I feel like Parish 1 is going to be sort of like a not a map that's not like a game changer, but more or less not as big of a deal as it used to be.
Yeah, especially with the lower down to 300. It does change everything, but I think 300 points is good for an open map. It's not a game changer, like you said. If you go down a little bit, even if unfortunately your team gets wiped, you're only down a couple hundred. But right now, spawns are getting ready. Hunter's down. Smoker is up. The Smoker gets a pull. The Hunter finds a target on a 2-boom, and we have Death Spit and Spit onto Rochelle, but she is safe and just bullying the Boomer, and that's actually a good amount of damage as that Common flies to the heavens, and that's about 5% with the opening hit there, Amethyst.
Yeah, that was smart by Rochelle to immediately get up on the railing there instead of trying to get out of the spit like that, because the Boomer could have blocked her getting out of the spit. One of her teammates could have accidentally popped the Boomer on her, and she would be sitting at under half a health than what she is right now.
We're going to get another hit here. They get a full hit again. It's going to be a quad try. We're going to go for it. Spawns out. Smoker gets a full charger. Lands in the back. It's a tri-cap. They're not going to land it, but that's going to be some good damage going in, Amethyst.
I just, all of my attention was just on Nick as he stood frozen as a charger charged from like a mile away and got him. But yeah, that was a pretty good hit. Rochelle and Nick are looking a bit banged up, worse for wear. This tank is going to be in the hands of, who's it in the hands of? Why can't I see? Oh, in the hands of Healy.
Yeah, Healy looks like he's going to
He's going to go this route.
Thought maybe they go in the back door, but they're going to get some chip. That 5 damage. They might as well AI this tank. It's dead already.
Yeah.
Yeah, no reason to throw it in.
Work for the quad. Send the tank in AI.
Jockey, Boomer, Hunter. I don't know.
See, yep. Oh, but they didn't notice the tank fell. Oh man, if they were looking at the tank, that tank would have ate like 300 chip, but they just went back inside.
That was clean. That was a clean take game of this. Boom sack. Still first pass. While we sit here and wait, also with that AI, not the ability to AI the tank anymore, the grace period has been changed though, Amethyst. Instead of having 30 seconds at the beginning, now it's only 20. So you don't have as much time to get toys in play. But they can AI you if they run back, so it kind of balances each other up. So
yeah, sort of a give and take.
All right.
I have seen some tanks going for cars here, but usually they play it pretty straight.
All right, Jockey, Smoker, Hunter, tanks on the commit. I took last one. Take this tank away, Amethyst.
All right, let's see. Tank's going to go ahead and split everyone up except for Ellis. He's going to be sitting alone. Now it looks like Tank is going to bring Rochelle out. All of the survivors are just trapped in the corners with each other. Nick is going to get carried away, but the Tank is going to say, no, thank you. That is my snack. I will be eating them up. And he's just kind of piling everyone else into a corner. So, I mean, I actually don't know why the Tank went for Nick there. I mean, like, that was pretty good damage on Tamel, but I think that Jockey probably could have carried him pretty far. Either way, pretty decent damage, though.
Yeah, the pills are exhausted. DB is 75%, 33% health bonus, so we know where the points are all on. They need to hit Rochelle and Nick. Let's see if they do so. Charger, Hunter, Spitter, and it looks like they're going to wait for the alley choke, and I don't know if they're going to push or clear out these commons, but they got to make a move now if they only want to go with 3 SI up.
We do have the thing you have to worry about always in this situation, super precarious, Charger, Spit. They are going to go ahead and go fast. There is a Hunter, too. Hunter is probably going to get skeeted, yeah, if you don't. Oh, but the Charger from the back, a good charge, but All for nothing, but no, Nick wasn't paying attention. Nick was not paying attention, didn't expect the straggling 4th special infected that they were trying to avoid. The one thing that they were trying to make sure didn't happen, they forgot about it, and the jockey ironically got the most damage out of that hit.
Yes, and that was all DB munched away about 20%. What a boomer spawn as Rochelle went in a little too fast. Pull in the back. You know, they got to get the cover with the Hunter. The Hunter is late. So what could have been a little bit better capitalization will be a little bit more chip. And I think they're going to walk in with 220 unless the Spitter can
There's
delay.
The Spitter,
yeah. They're going to get one more broken hit.
And they're not going right in, too. They sort of took the middle route, past in front of the alarm car. Spitter's probably going to go, like, right now. Going very late is the Spitter. But Nick, I didn't even notice
Nick. 1
Nick.
HP.
1 HP. Very smart play by the Spitter. Nick knows he can't do anything here. Yep.
I mean, you kind of knew it was coming.
The Charger tried to knock. Nobody was home. I think, honestly, there, I just hold the Charger. Maybe Nick shoots you. I don't know. Yeah, that's kind of a weird situation. It's always fun to see a Charger going headfirst into a safe room, but 9 times out of 10, that just results in a concussion.
So that last attack with the Spitter delay got some 15 more points worth of damage, but they make it with 4 survivors, and we have a 5-point game after 1 chapter of Left 4 Dead Amethyst.
That is crazy too, because Swords played that round a lot better. Aside from the fact that Shockwave got sent to another planet, everyone else actually played that really well. They finished with pretty decent bonus, all things considering. And I thought there were a couple hiccups there for Upper Moon on a couple different points, Survivor side, but they are sitting pretty even now. So, I mean, we'll see where that takes us here, because as far as I know, no tank insta-kill moments can be possible on this specific map of Parish. So, with that out of the question, let's see what scores look like after round 2.
Yep, and it looks like we're going to have an event tank, one of the more challenging tanks to survive. The better teams, of course, always managed a way to survive. It's just how much damage they can get out of it. And at 75% Amethyst, I don't think they're going to be able to be aggressive and push forward without at least a little bit of that horde percentage being triggered on that push. So I'm really curious to see what Volpro Swords are going to do, since they're first as survivor. If they're going to choose to be aggressive, or they either go back to the porta potties or all the way back up to the Humvee area where the ammo and stuff is at.
Yeah, there's so many different ways you can play this tank as survivor. There's so many different ways you can play this tank as the tank. A lot of different rock opportunities as a tank from a bunch of different aerial views. Survivors can go all the way back and just chill near the RV and just take out the tank's advantage with throwing rocks, forcing him to commit. There's also different strategies when it comes to survivors being just sort of taking place down those like long walkways. Sometimes I've seen like all survivors down one walkway, shooting tank. I've seen survivors go 2 and 2. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So I like this tank. I think it's extremely one of the more interesting Parish tanks.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I like it way better than the early tank. Usually if you have an early tank now, it's trying to LOS the tank as much as you can after you hold the middle alley for a while, and then if you feel like you can AI him, you just run all the way back to the safe room. And I don't know if that's enough percentage for the tank to hold enough of that grace period with the update and not let him go AI, because, you know, if you go back to the safe room area, Amethyst, with the Zomod update, none of the hittables are vehicles are now hittable in that starting area. So that changes a lot of strategy now as far as taking it back there.
That does, with no vehicles being hittable, basically, if you want anything to be in that area for you as tank, you just kind of have to rely on your dumpster and sort of marrying it over a bunch of walls, trying to get onto that staircase. Looks like Zyko has left the game.
Yeah,
he was having connection issues. I think it was specifically him earlier in round 1, so that might be a sub.
It's possible. I mean, Zyko has definitely been on some good teams over the year. Definitely, I'd say one of the top South American players out there. Known for his skeets, shutting down attacks.
And he is going to be subbed for Yaft. A sub with Yaft, I mean.
Yaft's going to come in. That changes a lot, in my opinion. That's a big change. Not throwing any shade on Yaft whatsoever. Good player's been playing with his team for a lot. Zyko is definitely one of the top players and known for his fragging. Goes out there, shuts down hunters during tank commits. Very entertaining to watch the top tier teams play.
Right, yeah, absolutely. And usually team chemistry, I find, is so much more important than just having one really solid player amongst other also really good players. So if the team chemistry is there, I don't think it's going to matter that much.
No, they've definitely been together for quite some time. A lot of these players played together, even them played with even though they're playing against each other, they've mixed and played with each other on teams in past tournaments. But for now, their targets are playing against each other, and they're just bolting out of the safe room as the attack is up. No spitter, but we're not going to have the hunter either, so it's going to be Tricap, Boom, Smoker, Jockey, and the charge.
Ellis just scoping out right now, getting ready to run back into the safe room as soon as he hears any special infected. No, they're all going to go out. Boomer's not going to be able to get anyone. That was sort of the playmaker of the hit, so with the Boomer missing, everything is just going to get clapped, unfortunately.
And that is a very good take by Volpro Sword. That is quad goose eggs on the board for Upper Moons, and they are able to get through the first choke point clean and get up to the gazebo area before spawns will have their time to get in position. So reward for shutting down spawns is you can take the next area before they're up and ready.
Looks like Spitter and Charger probably going to hit around this corner right here with the Smoker assisting. Smoker never super useful in this position. Actually, okay, they are just going to hit in a much safer option, which it looks like is going to be after this little alleyway here. Pretty common spot to hit. Everything usually comes from the top. Little disorienting. Let's see how they take it.
They're going to get a pull forward. The Charger is going to miss. The Hunter took his target. It'll be a pound spit and a little bit and a scratch and pull back in the spit. Charger gets a fist or two. So they'll get some good damage there, Amethyst, but I think they might have want to get a little bit more. Unfortunately, the Hunter yanking the Charger's target.
Well, it's unfortunate there because the Hunter did steal the Charger's target, but the Hunter stole the Smoker's target. So I'm not sure if there was a plan there and someone didn't get the memo or what happened.
No, but as 2 hits in, about 6% will be the tally for damage. Next choke point should be hit towards the end, I believe. Yeah, if they're setting up over there, it'll be 2-2 with the Hunter and Jockey for the cappers. And right now they're split. Hunter's going to go for the front. Jockey gets for the back. It's a pounce. The Jockey can't find its target. Spit lands 2. So it'll be a pretty standard pound spit. No jock, 1 boom. 91.8% bonus. And right now they're averaging a little less than 3% per hit. I think they want to try to get a little bit more on the next one before this tank Amethyst.
The Healy has just been bathing in the yellow mellow. Everyone else on the team is looking pretty fine, though. And the tank is going to be up and spawn. Let's see where Swords is going to take this. Looks like
Porta Potty.
Porta Potty's a good spot. It's an okay spot. I don't hate it. You just have to watch out for Boom, but they probably know that there isn't one. Tank's just going to roll in. Go ahead and take it, MK.
Okay, he's going to commit now. He has 100 up trying to distract. He gets an early corner on Ellis with 4,500 HP. Oh, he punches him so far. Shockwave gets pounced. He's going to get cleared right away. His support went way too early, in my opinion. He's so healthy yet. 3,400 HP, gets a corner. The Charger missed. He's going to decommit here for sure. And I think this tank's still in a good position, but I think the SI should have been more patient there, Amethyst, in my opinion.
Yeah, honestly, really good tank play there for the most part from Mila, but yeah, the support just sort of floundered there. I don't think anything landed. I know the Charger and the Smoker didn't. Right now, Mila just trying to do anything because they are still pretty healthy. They are going to go ahead and drop down, but that's going to kill them.
Wow, he died so fast.
Yeah, I questioned that a little. He could have afforded to just sort of hang out for a bit. He still had 2,000 health. Honestly, that's a situation where I send my special infected in first just to distract, and then maybe I just throw rocks and keep sitting around. I don't know.
Yeah, they do manage to get the bonus down to 57.8%. DB's broken into 86% right now. Pills is only have 1. Health bonus is at 46. So they do have a charge spit with 100 Smoker to accompany it. And I don't think they attack here, Amethyst. I'm pretty sure they're going to wait for inside. I know they're going to go. I was wrong. Actually, they're going to pull forward. Smoker lands. It does. The pounce goes. The spit goes. The Charger lands.
Oh, the Charger lands!
Oh, what a hit. That's going to be at least 1 slam. And that's going to turn out to be a successful hit, in my opinion.
Yeah, I don't really like hitting here until the survivors actually have to enter the building, so I knew what you were talking about. That ended up working shockingly well. It was extremely unorthodox. The spitter had to try to spit on the high platform. The charger basically had a reset on Rochelle. It worked, but it was very awkward.
Yeah, actually, it didn't seem to do that much damage, but they did get an extra set of pills, so that's why the bonus went back up. It was at 57.6%. The Boomer goes in the back. Jockey takes the target as well. The Hunter's a little late to the party. Going to go after the Boom guy, which is a smart play. That's going to be rewarded for a lot of damage on Nick. Actually, he got out of that pretty quick there, Amethyst. I thought it was going to be more than that.
He did get out of that pretty quick, and just as fast, they're going to make it into the safe room. And this team, they're looking pretty good, honestly. They took that tank relatively well, considering that he got a couple of, he got an early corner onto Ellis. Ellis was able to worm his way out, but then Coach wasn't paying attention. He got a knuckle sandwich for that error. But yeah, nothing else really ended up happening in that tank fight, and that was a pretty good round for Swords.
Yeah, they get 50%. That is a great score for them. Right now, they're at 1549, so if they actually match that, we'll still have just a 5-point game, which would be great for two maps, but they got to survive this tank, and we like fast ready-ups. We're going live. Opening hit will be Jockey, Charger, Smoker, and the Boomer. No Spitter and no Hunter. And let's see how the Survivor team can take this, as both with Swords went, and they had no damage onto their person after the first hit.
So the Boomer is coming from the same spot as the... Oh, no, okay, changing positions. I never like the second team Special Infected Boomer during the first hit going in the same spot that the other teams did, because I never feel like it works out, unless there's only like one usual spot to come from. But the Boomer is going to go from the top of the roof. Smart play. I don't know if he's going to try to go first or second. Right now, just a lot of baiting happening. Hit is going to go in. Everything got clapped pretty fast. The Boomer was able to land, but with everything else being dead, doesn't really matter. With Coach being boomed, it might take him a little longer. It might take the team a little longer to get to the gazebo. But yeah, took that hit pretty well.
Yeah, only 6 points of damage. Looks like there's a little friendly fire. Possibly they came out by mistake, or either a common slap here or there, but nonetheless, no real effective amount of damage, but...
I would hope that it's a mistake. Now's not the time to get into arguments.
But still, I was very impressed with Volper Sword's Infected play. I don't know if you noticed, but they all spawned perfectly at the same time. It was very impressive to see. Unfortunately, not much coming from it, but it looks like the Infected are going to wait for the alley. One looks like it wants to come from behind. Looks like they're bringing the Hunter from the back. Charge Jockey from the front. I like Charger and Jockey together. It's pretty smart play in Standard now, in my opinion, for when the top teams play, but...
This is going to be an interesting hit, yeah.
See what they can do.
Reloading.
Hunter, Ellis is totally expecting to. A Hunter coming in, but he is the one that has the SMG. Will this Hunter get skated? He will. Nicely done by Ellis there, taking care of business. And that hit was also thwarted pretty handily.
Yeah, they didn't get much of it. The only thing that was questionable to me is the Charger pretty much just walked around the corner. I mean, could have rocketed in, but chose not to. Maybe he saw something we didn't. but either way, now they have no spit for the next hit. It'll be Charger, Smoker, and Hunter for the cappers. And I think they're going to go quick here. Free Boomer over the corner.
Oh, there!
Melee ski.
Hunter got a face full of pan, courtesy of Ellis. He slipped through the fingers of that Charger and then whipped out his kitchen utensil and just smacked up the Hunter. He's been Ellis has been worming his way out of, or should I say, Mel has been worming his way out of precarious situations. MK.
Yes, he has. The attack was pretty much no damage again. They're actually at better bonus than right now Volper Swords were. They'll get one more attack. No, it's just going to be the Spitter. They spawn it up. Right now it's a Jockey and Charger to accompany Grizz's tank, who is the second tank for Volper Swords. And let's see if he's going to commit right away, Amethyst. It looks like he's thinking about it.
He might go from... Yeah, I think you are right. He is going to just go ahead and commit right away. One of his teammates is not up, though, yet with his Special Infected. Let's see how this turns out. He's just going to walk the Survivors down the alleyway. The Charger went in front of the Survivors for some reason. The tank right now is just... I don't know. Is it lagging for you?
Oh, no. Is the server crashing?
Is
And we are live. No damage came from the survivors, so that worked out pretty well. Pause wasn't devastating. They don't get hurt. But right now, they're going to be able to clear out all these commons, Amethyst, and the tank's already at half HP.
Yeah, so the plan there obviously was to get the Charger in the back of the survivors and cause commotion, but the Charger wasn't able to get his spawn in time, ended up going in front of the survivors. So basically the tank just ate half of his health up for no reason, because that's the thing. If you go with that game plan and the Charger bowls multiple people, it's huge. If he misses, the tank is practically dead. Honestly, it was a pretty good job of getting out by Grizz, and the lag probably did help him quite a bit.
But right now, he's going to reposition, and Boomer is in not a good spot whatsoever. Grizz has to reposition. He's still first pass, though. That's one good thing for his team, but he suffered another 1,000 damage. Charger will land. Rock's coming out. This rock lands. It's huge, and it does land. That's a big rock, Amethyst. That's huge.
Yeah, it is, absolutely. And it looks like because of it, now the survivors are just going to walk head towards the button, while the tank just sits there. Tank still has quite a decent amount of health if he wants to rock tank this for a while, and he is still first, so let's see what he does. Hit's going to be completely up in about 5 seconds.
And all right, it's in. No Smoker, no Boomer. He has a tri-cap. They're LOS and hard right now. He's still first pass, 60%. They're going to try for a rock probably right now. Hunter's trying to get in position to get a DP. Looks like the charge is about to rock it in. Jockey is not in position, but his ski comes out. And the Jockey does not help whatsoever. But the tank does move over at the cost of 100 HP.
Yeah, right now you just sort of play the game where you just sacrifice life to get into better positions. For the tank, honestly, the only health point that matters is 1. So if he can put himself into a position to get good sight and take less chip and just play rock tanks, and that's what he needs to do, because MK, the survivors look like they haven't taken any damage, honestly.
No, just barring the little bit that they took right after the pause. The 2 rocks that have landed is most of the damage. That rock's going to miss. Smoker gets self-cleared. Boomer gets 1. There'll be commons coming in. And Grizz is going to try to hold on to this as long as he can. Oh,
yeah, that's what you have to do.
And I forgot also, now the tank also doesn't lose frustration for 2 full seconds now instead of 1.2.
Oh, okay.
So you can peek hide, so that also comes into play here. Maybe that's how he was able to hold on to a bit longer. A little bit more easier for the tank to play longer if he chooses, but unfortunately this tank has only had 1,300 HP and a little bit of change, Amethyst. I don't see much more coming out of this as they send spawns in. The Hunter's going to land the charge against the
that's huge!
charge!
He got the double charge, and the rock hit the guy that got bowled over!
And another rock!
That was absolutely, that is the exact hit that Grizz needed right there. That was insane. The Hunter was able to get a lot of damage onto their victim, and then the bowl into the guy who was bowled getting hit with the rock. That was a crazy hit and totally changed the momentum of this tank fight and the outcome.
Yes, the value that they're getting on this half-health tank since the commit is mind-blowing amount of damage that they've gotten. All the survivors were green. They got 1 red, 1 yellow. They got a 2-boom proxy. The rock's a little short. The Jockey gets M2'd. Hunter still tried to find a target, and all the spawns will be shut down, but that's more chip damage. As Nick falls down, I don't know if he took fall damage or not, but he fell off the top. And I don't even know what to say. They're almost won the round now, Vopro Swords, with this half HP tank.
Grizz is going to go ahead and relocate himself again. Don't know how much longer he's going to be able to keep this tank. He has 800 HP, and the survivors are just going to move. So this tank is about to go AI. So it's going to come down to what the rest of the team decide to do with their special infected, since they're only going to have 3 up, unless they want to hold. No, wait. Grizz going around back. No, I don't think he's going to be able to keep it. The Boomer is going to go in, get 1. Tank is about to go AI right now. So actually, this works out pretty well for Upper Moon, because now this tank's going to be able to die. Swords is going to be able to get a spitter, and this is going to be a pretty good last hit attempt coming up.
Yeah, they might have the lead by like 30, or they might be down by 30. All depends what this last hit happens right now. And it's going to be tri-cap with a spit. It's for the best hit they could want right now. The Charger misses.
Oh.
The Jockey gets M2'd. The Smoker pulls in the spit, and they are going to. It's going to be like a 20-point game. Oh, the spitter. Oh my gosh. I think they have the lead by 4.
Do they really?
I think it's 4,
God.
Or they have the lead by 5 now, or something like that.
Baby proud.
It's a 1-point game.
That's actually crazy. We were looking dead in the face of a team that looked like was going to get a pretty big lead because the tank just wasn't able to do anything. The initial charger wasn't able to do what he wanted when the tank committed the first time through. But then that hunter into the double charge, into the guy who got proxy charged, getting rocked, was insane. Great job by Grizz, able to keep sight there, and a amazing job by the rest of Swords being able to cobble together a way to make that tank actually extremely viable.
Yes, it was. That was an entertaining tank to watch get played. The amount of LOS that tank was able to hold on to drag that tank out was just mind-blowing. Very impressive to see. Sometimes I love to see long tanks played, Amethyst, but sometimes I don't. But that was an entertaining one to watch.
I've always been an enjoyer of the long tank. I've always been a rock tank connoisseur myself, if you will. So that was entertaining to see, and that was done extremely well. Great communication between Swords, being able to get that hit up that made that tank look pretty good. And because they were able to get that hit, now we have a literal 1-point game, which is pretty exciting, MK, especially between two teams that we knew were going to give us a bloodbath anyway.
Absolutely. I mean, it's very possible that these might be one of the two teams that are in the grand finals for the tournament. It could absolutely happen at any moment, any week going on, in my opinion, going forward as far as these teams. But opening hit will be Jockey, Charger, Hunter, Spitter, and it looks like interesting spawn location for the Charger.
This is kind of the ideal hit, I guess, you would want out of the gate here on Chapter 3. Charger is going to miss, unfortunately. There's still opportunity for the Hunter. No, the Spitter held on for as long as she could, but that was pretty much a complete shutdown there for Swords, down to half health after the first hit of Map 3.
Reloading. Yeah, but that is the first hit of Map 3, and they have taken goose eggs across the board besides some common or friendly fire. Shockwave and Grizz both take 1 HP. Yeah, Achilles both sitting at 100. They now have the Boomer and Smoker up. Charger's the next one up. They're going quick. Jockey is not even up yet. Smoker's already chasing from behind. One boom proxy. Everything's chasing, but if one lands, the Charger will get a 2 damage stumble, and the Jockey, I think, is the only thing that finds its target minus the Boomer.
Yeah, the only thing they really got out of that is Grizz is going to have to go around slowing the momentum a little bit because he got pushed off. But other than that, I actually thought that Boomer came down from a spot where everyone was grouped up. I actually thought that Boom was going to maybe get a barf bag, but he only ended up getting 1. Everything else ended up going from behind and just getting melted. So that's another pretty clean take.
Impressive shutdown nonetheless. 2 hits in. Less than 3% is off Volpro Swords. They are taking a moment to shop inside the trailer. Pawns aren't really being blocked, but it doesn't look like the SI are greedy or eager to hit outside here. Looks like they're going to definitely try to hit in the room, which is pretty standard, Amethyst, on this part of the map, if you have a Spitter.
It's going to be kind of a dirty hit. There is a Boomer. Usually you would want the Charger for this, especially now that wall pounces have been taken out a long time ago. Hunter here can be kind of weird. They know it's coming. Just going to be bouncing around the walls. Hasn't been skeeted yet. And, okay, for a second there, it looked like Ellis was going to escape. You saw that, right? He was floating. For a second there, I thought there was going to be no spit damage because of that, but I think it happened normally.
Yeah, it was a little weird. It was weird to see for sure, but Upper Moon's 3rd tank of the game in the hands of Mel, be able to get onto the roof with minimal chip, only 112 points off, 5,888 still remains, as the Smoker, Boomer, and Charger are now up, and I think we're going to get some damage hits before this tank commits here, Amethyst.
So this is pretty consistently, in my opinion, one of the more or less boring tank fights. Not a whole lot of area for the special infected to spawn. Usually what ends up happening here is the tank just sort of goes bum rushing in because he doesn't have a choice. Maybe the Smoker gets something, maybe the Hunter lands. Charger, Jockey, and Boomer here are all kind of meh. But we'll see. I've seen the tanks in this area completely wipe out survivors' ammo, and then they have to go back if the tank is able to keep sight for long enough. Charger lands, kinda, in theory, but he didn't get any damage from it. I think that was a sack. I think he's probably looking for a Smoker here.
Yeah, I think that's what he's going to get. I don't think it's going to be a Boomer to the way they died the hit before. But that Hunter is already pre-spawned, lingering on the side of Shockwave, waiting for the opportunity to hit. As Mel is now second past. It does have a Smoker. This is going to be the commit. And this is a big tank for Upper Moons. 90% bonus. Take the tank away, Amethyst.
All right, here we go. Tank is trying to find the perfect person to go after. It looks like he's just going to rock Nick and get that corner. Safe bet. Tank still has half health, so he hasn't actually taken a whole lot of damage. Nick isn't going to be able to escape, and once again, Tank's still looking pretty good, but I feel like now he's just going to get melted. Maybe he finds a rock here, even if he goes and gets out there. Not a whole lot of area to hide. He is going to whiff this rock at Rochelle. I think this is going to be it. He almost got a double there. That was actually a pretty risky play by Ellison Coach. But that's I would say standard, MK. I think that's what you look for from this tank, getting the one down. Everything worked out okay. It's boring, but it's a reasonably decent tank for this area.
Yes, I would be very happy if I'm Survivor. Healy's the only one at half HP who hasn't had their bonus exhausted, but right now Shockwave is going to be a target, and they're not.
Oh no! Oh wait! It just missed.
The spitter didn't know it was inside. It's unfortunate.
That actually would have been a pretty decent amount of damage. Now you have to imagine the Survivors are just going to rush this whole hit. Actually, I'm looking to see right. Oh wait, the Smoker went ahead and committed to the try to get the pullback. I think they're going to get a free up here. MK, that's actually huge. This is one of the most. Oh, that boomer was amazing. That's actually, I don't think it's going to matter, but that was such an amazing attempt to try to stop the Survivors there. He was able to spawn in between where Coach went up and all of the Survivors actually being around the same area. It's unfortunate that nothing came of that because that was really cool.
Yeah, I mean, the Boomer had a great in-between spawn, but none of the SI were ready to capitalize on it. A little miscommunication maybe, but a great play by the Boomer. And right now the Survivors are looking very healthy with 891 points. They're going to get a charge spit. That was a little bit of a misplay by Ellis there. Jockey looks like he wants to take him. That might be an in cap.
That's down. Yep. They can't see.
That is huge for Upper Moons right now, Amethyst. That's a huge hit.
Yeah, and shout out to the Boomer, too, for getting the 3-boom. Everything went perfectly there. Charger was able to get the charge, and it's a free charge, too, in an open area. It can be pretty difficult to hit those, but he got it. Jockey did what he needed to do. Healy's teammates couldn't see what was going on because they had Barf all over their face. That was a really well-done hit there by Upper Moon.
Yeah, their health bonus is 747, now 743. Looks like they're going to go 3 spawns in the front, 1 in the back. And unfortunately, the Smoker gets a pull. This pound spit's going to be good. That's a lot of damage.
Oh, wait. Oh, my goodness. Felt like that Hunter was on Rochelle for, like, a long time. I was able to finish, like, half of the Game of Thrones Season 1 before that thing got cleared. That was on for way longer than I thought it would last.
In 2 hits, they've taken about 20% damage. That's a lot of damage for 2 hits so far, since they did take the tank pretty successfully, in my opinion. As this is the last hit, Jockey's going to pre-spawn. They're going to spam the wall, trying to get the Charger to find something. Boomer looks like he's trying to come from behind. Smoker's going to go for a pull. Boomer gets popped. Charger comes in, gets melted. There's a pullback. He'll get a tick or 2, and that's it.
I don't know if Rochelle ran out of ammo there, but decided to switch to her melee weapon pretty late. I think maybe she could have just killed the Smoker, but that's going to be pretty good bonus. I would say a very solid bonus for Parish Map 3. A very typically sort of just like a long-winded chapter. A lot of different important choke points that Survivors have to get through. I think all things considered, they took everything pretty well except for like 1 or 2 scenarios. Looks like a fast ready up. We're just going to get right into it. Fastest ready up I've ever seen.
And that's exactly what we like to see. Hunter, Spitter, Jockey, and Charger. Let's see what the SI choose to do here. I think the good play for the Survivors is to all rush out together without a Boomer to worry about.
Is it going to be another scenario where the Survivors are just slowly stalking out the door? Looks like pretty much everything is coming from the top behind. Oh, it looked like... It looked like the Survivors kind of got cold feet there. Jockey, I believe it was able to land. Honestly thought that was going to be a bit more damage. Unfortunately, the Charger sort of pogoed off of one of the Survivors' heads and wasn't actually able to get anything done because of it. If the Charger gets in there and takes over that Jockey, I think that's a lot more Spitter damage. But as is, Upper Moon did take more damage than Swords did from their attempt.
Yeah, I think almost double. Actually, the Hunters get a cheeky spawn. Nice pounce. No Spitter, but the Jock gets into the room.
Jockey! Oh, that Jockey's huge.
That's a lot of damage. Oh, it's going to be about 12% and still counting.
Damn. That's like half his health. Yeah, for the most part, I feel like both of these teams have done a pretty decent job at staying together. That was one of the moments from either team where I felt like someone was in a position they probably shouldn't have been, and they ate a jockey for it.
Yeah, with that boom going out, there's a lot of commons trickling from behind. They do have a spitter, so we're going to see it inside. Hunter and Charger and Smoker will be the cappers. And yeah, there's no way they hit outside here. Is there? Reloading. They're thinking about it. Look at... No. No way.
I feel like it would be a waste of a Charger.
Is he really going to strafe jump the Charger over that?
He would just get. I think he'd just get blocked. His sight would just get blocked. I don't think
he's doing it.
He's doing it. Oh yeah,
he's
when they're all going. I see what he's doing now. Okay. Oh, he's gonna go in from behind on the stairs.
Yeah. Interesting play. Let's see if they can pull this off. Hunter's on the right. All the cappers are from a different area. The Smoker's from the front now.
I'm interested how suspicious Rochelle is of something coming from the back here. It seems like they know that something's up.
Here it comes. The Charger.
Bunny hop missed.
Oh, but
Didn't matter. Man. Oh, that would have been so cool to see him land. Unfortunately, that's a really awkward area for the spitter to spit. So not a whole lot of damage came from that. But that's a really neat idea. Strafe jumping or rocket spawning like that into a B-hop onto the stairs. I always like going from the back with the Charger there, so I like the idea.
Yeah, unfortunately, he's just not able to get the B-hop, but it happens. Happens to all of us, but you respect the attempt as Yap takes the long route, taking no chip. Jockey gets melted. Charger lands but gets cleared, so no damage. Rocket's gated, and Boomer is still trying to find a spawn. Let's see if they're going to hold it for the commit. Looks like they want this Boomer yet. Oh, no, they're going to go for a sack.
Okay.
I thought for a minute they were going to hold it for the commit.
Yeah, if you're going to hold the Boomer for the commit here, I'd say you have to have pretty decent amount of confidence in your bunny hopping ability as the Boomer, because I think that's the only way that's happening. So this tank is in the hands of Yaft, the Zyko substitute, so let's see what he can do in replacement of, I believe, the team captain of Swords, correct?
The captain, I believe, was Zyko, if I remember correctly.
Yeah,
Sword.
yeah. So he's the replacement.
Oh,
of
yeah. Sorry. But it looks like he's committing. First pass. Oh, he cuts the tongue. That's huge. The Hunter lands, so that's going to be his commit or his corner. Gets one punch, 3K. He's going jockey. Oh, wait, what?
The
jockey missed?
Oh, it's so unfortunate. Coach was paying zero attention to him, too.
The tank still has a lot of HP, but he's not going to get anything more out of this, but they really focused the SI hard there, Upper Moons. They did not focus that tank down, allowing Styles to get incapped. Pretty standard play from both sides, and I think right now Upper Moons needs to bolt this.
Yeah, I wonder
I don't know why they're
waiting
waiting
around. Yeah,
they need to be going right now. They want to play it safe.
But it's weird though, because they're not going to get a spitter in a pretty like good area for the spitter to be. It seems like now they're. I don't know. I would be out of here if I was them.
Yeah, I wouldn't even kill the tank. I would let it alive right now.
Yeah, just like you get one less spawn, you're guaranteed no spitter in a very dangerous spitter area, and then the hits aren't going to be up and they're going to be discombobulated, which is really bad for the sewer hit coming up. So I don't know. It doesn't seem like it matters too much, but I'm interested to see if they're going to dare to hit here, or if they're just going to. I think they are.
Oh yeah, they have to take this hit. This is a good choke point. And if this hit is anything lands, they won't be able to rush the hole.
Yeah, exactly.
Or if the spit block, there's just no way they'll be able to take it. Bonus is at 66.2%, and right now there's about 21% between the scores right now. Hunter gets chipped. Oh, what a strafe against M2. The Charger misses. Hunter lands via pound spit. Oh, and more 3 spit damage.
Well, Mila got hit by that spit there a little bit, but the most important thing about that hit was the spitter was able to block this path as a survivor, but it looks like Style is just going to go up by his lonesome. I think he's going to be able to make it too pretty clean, but let's see what happens to his friends on the other side down there. Smoker is going to get to, it's going to be a 2-cap at the bottom. Boomer is going to get Style. Style is forced to go back down to help his team, but finds himself worse for wear as he gets jockeyed. Now the Boomer...
The freaking boomer jumps in between the survivors.
That's exactly what you want. That was honestly really good play there from the boomer. I forgot, I didn't see who it was on sword side, but that was decent. Definitely not the best sewer hit I've ever seen, but that's I would say that's better than nothing, which is pretty much what unfortunately Upper Moon got.
Oh, this hit's huge. The charger misses, but the punter doesn't. And that will lose the round for Upper Moon. So I think, no, the pull forward. No, he gets the clear.
Wow.
They could still win the round yet.
And to remind the folks at home, this is a 1-point game right now via ever since Chapter 2. So it looks like, barring a complete collapse, this one's going to remain close going into Chapter 4, MK.
Yes, right now they are trying to be aggressive, but there's a lot of commons down here. Jockey's going to pre-spawn inside, and this will cause all the survivors to halt.
Feels like a misclick. I don't know.
Oh, he lands! The pound spit!
The spitter does it!
Oh my gosh. That's going to allow them to go. They're going to blitz this map.
If they clap this next hit, I think they get into the safe room pretty free if commons don't block their way. They are going to get... Yaft is going to get a spitter. So I don't know if that's going to change anything. Maybe the spitter spit blocks, but we'll see what they do with this hit. There is no charger. It's just a jockey, a smoker, and a hunter. Hunter's going to get clapped immediately by Style and Healy. Nothing is going to come from that except the spit block.
They chased the smoker.
That was literally, they had like time to waste, so they did that to him.
We're going to have like a 19-point game.
That's it.
The lead's going to shift in favor of Open Moons unless the infected get more damage.
That's actually crazy. And yeah, the boomer's not going to do anything. So like on your channel, MK, I think the voting was pretty lopsided, but this is a ridiculously close game right now.
Yes, it is. We have a, what is that, less than a 30, it's a 23-point game.
Good God.
Which means a tie is not going to happen. It just ain't going to happen. Remember, they lost a survivor on map 1, so that changed their bonus to increments of 3, which means it just ain't possible to get a tie anymore, barring somebody losing a survivor and somehow them keeping it close, which I don't see happening.
That's actually crazy. That Shockwave getting killed map 1 might be the thing that loses Swords the game. That it's crazy to think about, because on map 1, someone makes a mistake like that, usually you just shrug your shoulders and say, hey, there's a lot more game to play. But if you're looking back in hindsight and this ends up being a 50-point win game for Upper Moon, that was the main game changer in my, or at least one of them.
Yeah, I mean, this is an absolute treat to have a match like this. I mean, we had really one good match week 1. This one's going to be a great one. No matter how this one ends, we do have a 46% tank. Both teams are probably going to survive this tank if they don't have to drop it. This might be a pool room tank.
This one's a lot of fun to watch. 2 good teams on a fun map to watch. 2 good casters. Well, 1 good caster, 1 okay one. I'll let you decide. I'm not going to tell you which one's which. I'll let it.
But here we go. The final chapter of this tournament match starts now. Opening hit will be Charger, Jockey, Boomer, Smoker. No Spitter or Hunter in that opening hit. Let's see what they can capitalize. They have all separation, and they can boom one. Do we see a Hitman possible? Let's see. First hit, take it away, Amethyst. All
right. Charger, Jockey, Boomer, Smoker. Hitman here would be incredible, but I don't think it's going to happen, although they were prepared for it with 1 person getting boomed. I was going to say, I didn't even see the Smoker go in, but immediately got cleared by Mel over in the small room over there. Usually, MK, I feel like no spitter there, nothing usually ever happens with that hit.
Yeah, and as you can see, they don't take a lot. There's only 7 damage on the board for Infected. Some common slaps go out there, or some FF, which does happen as well. They'll have 1 more chance for damage before this tank is up. Hunter, Charger, Jockey, and they're going to have to go quick before they get in here. Oh, the Hunter got caught the Charger rockets and makes it. Oh, it's going to be a pound spit and a jock. That's
oh my God. The spitter spit block. Rochelle's still not out of it. Oh my God. MK, Roxy says 39 HP. That was an insane hit there by Swords, and Rochelle was in the worst. You never want to find yourself trapped by the Charger on that staircase there. That is the worst possible scenario, plus being blocked by the spitter, and then he got blocked by a hydrant, a fire hydrant. That was a terrible take, unfortunately.
This is a huge tank spawn. They have spawns too. This is big for them. They have the boomer as well. Shockwave is the boomer, and he gets his own boom. They don't hit on the way back though. They choose to hold. They don't want to let the survivors take the pool room. Interesting call here, Amethyst. Let's see if it pays off for them. Even though I don't think he would have gotten it.
Oh, is he gonna go in?
He's in.
He's gonna go in. And Rochelle might have some proxy infected on her, but from that boom, but I don't think so. They're just gonna leave. Coach Smoke finally does get cleared. But this might be it though. MK. This is oh no, the charger from the back. Hunter lands. Charger lands. Nick is down. Oh no, but the tank cleared the charger. Oh, that's so unfortunate. I don't know if it would have mattered anyway. This is still gonna be a ton of damage. I almost thought that punch onto Ellis was going to miss. A very solid tank there by Shockwave, actually. I think he wanted to commit right away to see if there was any hope for some extra common coming in onto a Boom Rochelle. That didn't happen, but that was some really good special infected play by the rest of his team to set up a road for success here, because we're looking at a Survivor team right now, MK, with very little health.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a distance run for them. It's going to be very hard to crawl this full distance. They have one survivor slow. Their health bonus has been decimated. It's all DP, and it's going to start going down fast with all the damage they take. They do have the Poo 2 coming in, so it's going to be Jockey, Smoker with the Boomer and Spitter, and they're going to get pretty much shut down without only a 2-boom landing and a spit block going out. And that will delay them, and I think they just might send the Boom guy forward to go start this event.
They might. Another thing you have to think about here is that Mia only has 9 HP. Everyone else is still at full running speed, so they're going to have to wait for him to catch up constantly. They're not going to be able to play this rushing through. They have to be patient with this distance game, which just gets swords and more hits like this one. A great jockey stumble into that spit is so disgusting. Luckily, Roxas was able to get out of the spit before the Hunter land, but that, usually when you think of good spit combinations, you don't think of being stumbled by the jockey, but that's exactly what happened.
And they need to get this pickup quick and start this event. It'd be very risky to hit the event without the pickup first, and they do so. And another thing that's important is Mila is now black and white here, Amethyst. They need to protect them and then get across this event as fast as possible to tally up these distance points.
I 100% agree. It looks like they're going 2-2, 2 on the bottom, 2 on the top. Let's see how that works out. The jockey's going to get cleared immediately. So did the Boomer. I actually thought that was going to land. The bottom 2, Mia's dead. Mia's neck has snapped. Just like that. Well, they weren't able to protect them for more than a hit. So, but to be honest with you, MK, it is just going to be a rush at this point. The survivors aren't going to be able to prematurely hop onto the parade float because they're all at slow walking speed. So we might be seeing a dead upper moon right here.
Yeah, this might be enough to wipe it. They have a survivor walking around with 1 HP. One's 15 and bleeding. The other one's 30 and bleeding. Spawns are coming in now. Charger lands on the head, eventually lands on Styles. And this might be the beginning of the end. They get the clear. That will be the wipe onto Upper Moons. And now Vopral Swords. All they have to do is make it past this event to get the W, Amethyst.
So this is actually a really exciting turn of events here for Chapter Map 4. Of Parish in a very close game, because what this means is basically whoever the tank is on Upper Moon side probably has to wipe. And this isn't a tank where wiping is an unbelievable thought either. This is a pretty good tank fight here. If someone gets an amazing boom, if a charger gets an amazing double charge, if the special infected are able to hit well on the run back, there are so many things here, MK, that can go right for the special infected team. So the fact that basically we're looking at a very exciting tank fight and we're looking for a wipe to decide the winner of a really exciting game, I don't know what else you could ask for.
I know this is what you want, and right now they need to get some damage for their infected side to try to better the chances with their tank play. Jockey, Charger, Smoker, Boomer for the opening set of spawns. Boomer's going to actually come off the top. The Charger is going to land and almost get a slam. A nice 3-boom goes out, maybe a scratch or two. And yeah, they'll actually get, that's a lot of damage for that opening hit.
I actually love that spawn for the Boomer. That is actually what I like to do for this hit. If I'm the Boomer, I like to spawn early and distract the survivors. Actually boom towards the end of the hit, because if anything lands, it's basically gravy. Usually that boom will at least get 1 or 2 people, and that just means that the survivors are going to be moving slower for their next hit coming up, which is usually a lot better because it has a spitter.
Oh, the pound spin, the jock and the spin! Oh!
All right, looks like that probably won't be an issue. I would hope not. That'd be a horrible way to screw up a pretty decent game, or a pretty great game, honestly.
Well, I think they're gonna hit again anyways. No matter what, they cannot take the pool room. The tank can't. They can't. Survivors can't go there fast enough. I would just do more damage. So 2 hits in the books, about 12%. I was a little less, a little off by the damage since it was paused. But Boomer, Hunter, Charger, Smoker, and I don't know if they do one more hit for damage, or if they try to halter their or hinder their run back here.
I don't think you can afford to. I think the run back is such an important part to this tank fight. I have seen tanks immediately wipe teams because someone got double charged or smoked and boomed in an area like this. It's such an iffy sort of like area for survivors. They have to be on their toes at all times. Coach is going to go ahead, take up the position in the rear, watch from the skies. Smoker's going to miss. Boomer's going to get a 1 boom. That was actually an incredibly good M2 there by Coach. The fact that he didn't get boom there was really nice. Tank in the hands of Mia, and it looks like they are going to be heading into the pool room.
Nope, the tank is already there. Survivor's going to fight it out here just like they did. I think this is a way advantageous spot for the Infected. It benefits them. Quick early corner. Survivors might have to take a risk on all rushing inside if that's what they're going to do, but I have no idea what they're going to do here with the Charger, Jockey, and Smoker and Amethyst.
I think you still have enough time here to sack something if you want it. Like I said, I think a boom here, even though everyone expects it from the roofs at this point, it landing in this area is so crucial. But no, Mia's just going to go in. Smoker is going to get an early pull, and the Smoker's just going to... Oh my... I think they thought that the tank was going to immediately go for Rochelle there, and they just started meleeing him, but the tank just stood tall and just watched as they got double punched. There is going to be a car coming out. Ellis is going to die.
Oh my god!
Okay, all right.
Oh my gosh.
So it wasn't a wipe, but that completely changes. Now we're okay. So now you have to go for a quad, right, MK?
Yeah,
you have to.
They can. Their game is so close that they just need a little distance.
Man.
I think all 3 of them probably have to get to the other pillbox, and that'll be enough.
Yeah.
They have to try cap them.
So yeah, I think right here you just gotta waste the boomer and the spitter.
It's just spec it out.
That's crazy.
Spec it out?
Yeah, it's fair.
You can spec it out. Okay, there you go.
I'm just gonna die. Oh, this is gonna be so close, MK. They are gonna get an opportunity to get their quad. But
Yes,
it's crazy how we were like saying like it needed to be a wipe, but this is just as exciting, if not more so.
Yeah, they're not gonna go early. They're gonna be patient. They want.
Yeah, you have to.
Watch out!
And they're about. And I think they even wait for the horde. I don't think they send it. Oh, there's a lot of commons though. They might think about it.
Oh, dude, but there's no really great place to spawn except from that roof, and they're just looking at it already.
Yeah, they're gonna wait for. They gotta wait for the event. This is such a big hit right now. It is a 49-point game right now. They probably only have to get to the pillbox. The event started. This is such a big hit in the stairs.
My heart is actually pounding for this one.
It's gonna land the TP, but they hide underneath. It's such a big brain play. They might get an in-tap on the coach. They will, but that's such a smart play.
Unfortunately, the Charger wasn't able to land. That Charger lands there. That is an absolutely destructive hit for Upper Moon, but with now Yaft being slow, he is going to have to pop his pills, but they are probably are going to get to the opportunity to jump on the parade float. No, the Spitter's going to spit block, so they have to wait.
One more quad try. They'll get one more try before they get the W.
See, usually you want a Smoker here, but they're not going to get it. They're going to get a Charger and Hunter, so it looks like they're going to plan forward. Right now, distance. Oh, man. Slowly making distance here is Sword.
It's going to be in this alley. They're going to wait in the room this whole event out. There's no reason for them to go out. All the commons are dead.
Because they know they're not going to hit here. I don't know if they realize. They probably do realize they have a quad. I have to imagine. Oh, man. This is such a crazy
It's going to be one hit again. This is it.
Yeah, I think it needs to be this one. It all comes down to this hit right here, I think.
This Charger cannot go inside. I don't know what this Charger is thinking. Oh my goodness, I cannot believe it's going to come down to one hit.
And this is
in
not a
this
bad
alley.
infected spot to hit either, especially if the charger lands. If the charger gets it, it's a 2-charge, it's over.
Everything is just drop on the survivors. This is the most benefit. This is so advantageous spot for the infected.
Charger's coming from the front though. Okay.
They're letting them all come out. Yeah, they're not gonna go. I have no idea where the jockey is, but
Jockey is all the way in the back, on the back roof, on top of them. Here we go. Staying separated. That's smart because you eat a double charge here, you lose. You have to stay separated here. There it is! Charger!
oh, that's clear! Oh, they get wiped! No way! America gets the win!
The win!
They win by 11 points!
Wait, they're doing final.
Oh, they're
We were. No way.
Oh my gosh, loser picks. We're gonna see map 5.
Can't
No
believe it.
way.
We were joking about it before the stream started. Well, we know we're not gonna get a map 5 Parish, and we're getting a. Are you kidding me? I haven't seen a map 5 Parish in like 5 years. MK, that's insane.
I can't believe I'm casting Parish 5. And not
I don't even know what the strategies are for.
Overgrowth. I would understand Overgrowth, but
I don't know what the strategies are for map 5 from a competitive standpoint. You just knock people off the edge, right? It's like gotta be like it is in pubs.
I have no idea. I gotta go. I gotta go look forward on the map. See.
I gotta go watch a tutorial video on how to cast map 5 for Parish. Real quick. I'll be right back. I don't know. It's crazy. So I like to imagine that most people who are watching the stream have a pretty good grasp of Left 4 Dead 2 and Left 4 Dead 2 competitively. But if you are a casual viewer watching, very rarely do any map 5s usually get played usually because they're typically different from normal maps. Usually it requires the survivor team waiting out a certain crescendo or a couple crescendos and waiting for a rescue vehicle. And most of the times it's just not honestly that fun, I guess, in my opinion. But map 5 for Parish is totally different. It's just basically a race to the finish, kind of like a normal map, but there's endless horde the entire time. It's basically one just long shot of a bunch of different areas where survivors can get in-capped and hung, along with a tank being placed at a really difficult choke point to overcome with a lot of cars in the way. It's one of the most unfavorable map 5s in Left 4 Dead 2 history, but it's also probably the funniest. It's probably the most fun. So I don't know how this is going to go.
Yeah, it looks like Upper Boons did not expect to play this finale right now. But yes, everybody at home, we're seeing map 5 of Parish as we have someone disconnecting and probably going to reconnect.
Yeah.
But I can't, like you said, I can't believe we're casting map 5, but we're going to be set into a treat as they are changing somebody. Oh, no, never mind.
Really? They brought in the ring. They have a map 5 Parish ringer on their team. He's only there in the scenario that they would play Parish finale.
Oh my goodness. What a game.
Are the cars modified on Zone on Parish Chapter 5 to be like not insta-downs, or are they all insta-downs?
I'm pretty sure they're insta-downs now.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I think that's all fixed. We have no worries about that. As we wait for somebody to return, and we'll get this game along the way. One person away, and I think it's been an absolute treat to have a game like this in week 3 of this tournament.
It's been one of the most fun games to cast easily in the two or something years I've been casting in Left 4 Dead 2. I don't think I've maybe like 1 or 2 matches that I can even think of that I was a part of that were this exciting. But I mean, yeah, this is a real treat of a match to get to cast.
Oh, you know what else we forgot? I wonder if the early tank is still here. Do they have a tank right out of the safe room? I don't even know.
Oh, I forgot that was a thing. I don't know either.
I don't know if it's just one.
It is current 9.
Yeah, that's their. It's a static tank.
Oh yeah, I'm dumb. I was looking at the survivor distance.
Oh, yeah, the early tank's taken away. That's good. There should only be 1 tank. Oh, spawns are actually going to go in. Jockey gets nothing. Charger gets nothing. Smoker pull. And just a little bit of spit on Nick.
Yeah.
Alright, I did look on the bridge here, Amethyst. I only saw 2 choke points for depth charges until you get to the end of the map, of course. But
Yeah,
there's really
typically
not much.
there's a spot, I think, unless it's blocked off because of zone mod changes, but typically there's a spot right before this bus where the railway, that's a hard word, ends, where the charger can get you. But the one, I don't know, I feel like a lot of this has been blocked off, but maybe it's just been forever. The big thing you have to worry about right now is this giant hole towards the beginning of the map where the jockeys, smokers, and chargers can just have a field day if you're not careful.
It's hard to get a good view of this because the bridge is above you, so I gotta like get a side view of this cast.
Yeah, I know.
It's kind of weird to look at it. But alright, they're coming up on the first hole. We should see all the survivors slow down. There is a charger to try to get a depth charge. But for me, I think they just might go for damage. I don't know. Depth charges on Parish 5 just don't seem to happen unless there's a misplay. But never mind, they're going for it. They have the Hunter in the back, the Chargers in the back.
This is maybe the biggest hit of
No
the
smoker.
entire map. Yeah, it's not a perfect hit. The Charger's gonna pull, but he's not gonna get an insta-kill. I saw, like, stars in the Charger's eyes. He's like, I know this isn't going to kill anyone unless someone gets... Oh, what happened? Oh,
No, he died! He fell off!
What happened? Wait!
Oh
Did
my
the boomer do that?
gosh! The boomer killed him.
Are you kidding me?
Oh my god, bro.
Oh my god!
That is going to change everything, and
So-
now...
That's amazing. There's a couple of really wonky spots on this map where sometimes survivors just don't get hung. That hole is a big one, and yeah, he slipped.
No way! They get a double charge depth charge!
Oh my god, this is it. And the smoker gets a repull immediately. No, not immediately.
Now he'll get the pickup. But what a disaster for Upper Moon.
Hunter's gonna
Oh,
go
he gets
in.
a melee ski too! They're gonna make it to the tank, but only with 2 survivors. And what a match we've had, but it looks like it's gonna come down to a double death.
Can you imagine Upper Moon loses this game and they talk about it with their friends? It's like, yeah, we lost because we got insta-boomed. That was the thing that killed us.
Whoa, you see Nick? He just teleported. Charger misses. Jockey doesn't find a target either. Hunter is late to the party.
I don't think it matters. Tank is probably going to be able to take this pretty handily. The only thing they have a hope for right now is that hopefully the tank gets distracted and someone else is able to run, but I doubt that the survivors are going to be able to go much further than this. Yeah, and they're just deciding no thank you. Nick took a deep plunge into the river where Coach and Ellis are hanging out, swimming.
Oh, he's gonna be a death punch too.
Can you imagine if that glitched out and he got like full, full
distance for being punched?
So, yeah, so that's actually crazy. That the reason why Upper Moons might lose this is because of a very wonky spot on a map that's never played, being killed by a special infected not used for killing survivors. That's insane.
All right.
It is, but this is exactly the reason why we don't play this finale. It's because we had an amazing game that's going to come down to just some unfortunate mechanics. But right now, they have to wipe them. They have to get it killed.
Yeah, they do.
And they have to quad them. Oh,
that's gonna be a good jockey.
Wait, what?
Yeah, that also happens on this map. It's just because that distance fall with the ladder is like so far down that counts as a as a hang, which is really unfortunate because that would have been a lot of damage. This map sucks.
Yeah, I mean that's why it's not played. But the losing team gets to choose if they want to play it or not.
Of course, why wouldn't you? Yeah, you have to.
I think if Volpro Swords have any brain here whatsoever, actually there is a smoker. That's the only thing they need to worry about if they just want to hold W on one side.
Yeah, someone needs to die at this hole. And it's not going to be that easy for Upper Moons because the person that died on this hole, it was like, I don't want to call it a glitch. It was more of an exploit, but like on accident.
All right, here it comes. They're going to have a quad try, actually. Let's see if they just try to land a quad instead of go for a death. That could work, too.
That'd be interesting. The charger would have to basically get a quad charge here for that to be a thing.
Here they go.
Oh, no. Not like this. That's how it ends. That's how it ends with the charger just getting his toe stubbed. Oh, that's unfortunate. Yeah, that's gonna do it, MK.
Yes, it will. It looks like Vocal Swords is gonna come back and get the W on Parish finale.
There is this other hole. There is. I mean, this is the big other. Yeah, yeah. But guess what killed the other survivor before?
I mean, this charger needs to get like a quad charge.
He needs to do the most insane charge I've ever seen in my entire life.
It needs to be the most heroic charger we've ever seen. And it's nope, they're too smart.
Yeah.
And this will about tally it up. They are 30 points away. The jockey is trying, the charger is trying. The charger will land but gets cleared. Jockey gets M2'd and no, he does find a target, gets killed. Hunter is going to land and then get cleared. And we are 9 points away from the W. And that is it right there. What a game we have to watch, though, Amethyst, up until this point.
It has honestly been a treat. It's a little frustrating that the game is going to end with basically in a stupid fashion where a survivor didn't get hung. He sort of slipped on one of those weird Left 4 Dead 2 areas everybody sort of doesn't think about until a disaster happens. But still, I mean, what a fitting end for, you know, a map that we never see in an extremely close game. For something like that to be the reason that Swords won today, or one of the big reasons, is in some ways fitting, in some ways horrifying.
Oh no, the smoker couldn't get his punch. Okay, he does get his punch there. Target Pank is low. Lands on Rochelle and gets a death charge! No way! He might get a death punch too? No, Ellis is able to get out of there.
He did it for the views.
Tank's whipping like crazy, though. Smoker gets a pull in the back. So Grizz does end up dying, but it's not going to be enough to hold off Vocal Swords getting the W. It's already secured. Now they just have 3 survivors trying to push to the safe room or rescue vehicle. See if they can end their progression, or will they make it with 3?
This is another extremely dangerous area. Say, usually survivors don't even get here to experience it. This is a death charge. Oh no!
It wasn't the tri-cap.
I thought the charger was gonna take the jockey.
So did I, but he didn't want that. He's like, nope, I want to get my own survivor. And the bonus gets decimated, but it is all for 9. They don't need it.
Man, when's the last time you saw this helicopter?
When I was editing Parish 5 on Parish Overgrowth.
Oh yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
Guess you're very.
But it doesn't work. All right, this probably be the last set of spawns they get. Boomer gets a 1 proxy. Charger looks like he wants to rocket from behind. So does the Smoker. The Charger, nope, doesn't get his spawn. Hunter gets skeeted. Charger lands, and the Smoker will be late to the party, and that will be it. They are going to make the rescue. Oh, Coach wants the Smoker. They're going for it.
If you want to win, win with style, I guess.
By the way, Mel is actually Driss, so I apologize for not getting that name correctly.
Oh, okay. Set your names, people. I don't know who you are. I know who you are. I just don't know you're them.
And let's see what the tally up is before. But what a match, guys! What a game.
Yeah, that was an incredible one to be a part of. Just an extremely competitive game fought the whole way through until the very end, where one of the most shenanigans I've ever seen decidedly gave, I'm going to call them by their full name this time, Vorpal Swords, the decided victory.